come when some company's gonna ask me to what? Review their wire brush head. Let's look at the product before I put it on the FS240R. Oh! First of all, listen, there's a lot of cheap imitations. This right here is total stainless steel plate. It looks like it's probably that thick. On top of that is another steel plate. And so this right here is probably like 3 pounds. Now here's the problem. As I was reading the reviews, and I like to read all the reviews before I do my review, not that I can be swayed, but so I can address any concerns that are false. One of the concerns was it will not fit my Stihl weed eater head. All right, I got my little screwdriver here that I put in the hole underneath, and that's what you have to do to loosen it up. Okay, and then we're just gonna spin that. Woo! Malfunction, earthquake, earthquake. We're gonna spin that off. Okay, there's the head. Let's see if it lines up. It looks like it could line up. It looks like it could work, but we don't know anything, because right like that, that's gonna slide all over. Let's look at their attachments. This is what they gave me, okay? And one person said that this bolt did not fit correctly, and they used their own Stihl bolt. We're gonna go ahead and see. I could see using this, and that does not fit on it, okay? That's not gonna fit. This goes over it. And so we got a major problem here, because that is gonna move. Well, if I can tighten it down enough, okay? Oh man, that's sketch. That is so sketch right there. Okay, that's not gonna, this isn't gonna work. Okay, let me get my kit. I buy these kits for like $4, and this does fit it, and here's what you're gonna need. Okay, so let me just shoot straight with you. This is not gonna fit. You're not gonna be able to use this. This is what came with theirs. This is a kit that I get the whole kit, all of this stuff, for like $5, $6 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. So if you're gonna get one of these, you're gonna have to use this kit, because this right here is not gonna fit over the gears right here, the grooves, okay? And this doesn't fit either. This is cheese right here, okay? So that is not gonna fit on the Stihl. So if you buy this kit because you decide, hey man, I'm crazy enough, I want one, this is what you're gonna have to get, okay? So I'm gonna put this here like that. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm not gonna use this, okay? I'm gonna use something that's a little more substantial. Maybe I'll use theirs, it's a little smaller. Oh, no, theirs is better, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and use my, let me see if their bolt fits on there. I'm going slow. Yeah. No, it was strip it. Okay, so the bolt, all of this that they're giving you is garbage. I can see why people are giving it 1 star. It's absolutely garbage, okay? Let me use the Stihl bolt that I know fits, because if you go ahead and just crank that down, you're gonna ruin the threads on there, and you're gonna have to buy a new head. See, mine fits. Oh, you know why? Because I'm a professional. So we're just gonna tighten this down. Now, when you're tightening it down, be real careful, guys, that it doesn't slip off. I mean, you have something the size of a quarter that this has to sit on, and it will stay on there as long as you are tightening it down, and it's still on there. A woman the other day said, hey, I love this new weed eater head, you know, I got the Forester blade, I love it, but it's shimmying. It's shimmying because you didn't center it up perfectly. So you have to do this very slowly, meticulously. Okay, let me lock it in again, and I'm just gonna torque her down a little bit. I'm on the groove, and this is sharp, guys. Really freaking be careful. I mean, this is really stupid sharp right here. These are like razors right here. Okay, so if you buy the kit, it does fit on there. Let's see what it can do. take it through something like this and just see if I'm gonna drop it all the way to the ground and go full bore and see if it can take it out. All right, guys, this looks pretty jungly. Let's see if this thing can take through there. Guys, I got some flowers for your wife. She's gonna absolutely love you for giving these to her. I gave some to my wife and she says, oh, I'm hooking you up later. All right, guys, let's talk about application. Get serious, Matt, okay? There is a use for this head, but it's not what they're showing you in the videos on TV, okay? You can't go against a fence, you can't go against anything plastic, and most of the concrete, if you use it on concrete, it's going to take up some of that concrete. So anyone that comes up behind you is going to see these white marks where you drilled in, basically worn down slowly the concrete. Now on big stocky weeds, look at the thickness of these. It went right through these like butter. Okay, these are actually pretty thick right here. I mean, that's probably an inch stalk. On the smaller stuff, like grass, it did not do good. It just kind of spun it around in a circle. And again, I'm using an FS 240 that's traveling at 1100 RPM. So here's the thing, it's not a problem with power, speed, or torque on my end. You're trying to take down a jungle of just nastiness, it will go through it. But if it's a lot of smaller stuff, look at, you're gonna have problems, okay? It doesn't want to go through it. It likes the big, thick stuff because it can chop through it. I don't know that it does better than a Forester blade. That's what I would use typically on this. And I think the Forester blade is going to slice through it a whole lot better. For some application, you needed to remove a lot of rust off of a big sheet of metal. This would be ideal. It would take you no time at all with that 1/2 inch piece of steel, or taking paint off of a piece of metal. oh, it would drill it off. I mean, it actually has a purpose, but it's really tailored for each and every one. I'm glad I have it in my arsenal. I have so many blades. I have the Forster blade. I have 25 two heads, the 27 two heads. I mean, I have it all in boxes and boxes and boxes. And so I actually am glad I have this, because eventually there's going to be something that I need it for. Again, I'm going to put a link for this single one, the double one. Okay, remember that pack that I had to use to attach it to my Stihl weed eater? I'll put that in there. And I'm also going to put the #1 blade that I have found, which is the Forster chainsaw blade. It would annihilate this, and you're not having to struggle with the weed eater. It will just chop it like butter. This goes through it, but it's jagged, where the Forster blade, when it goes through it, it's a clean cut. I hope this helped you out. I hope this blessed you. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. And make sure you tell your wife or your girlfriend she's very welcome for the flowers that I supplied to her. I mean, honestly, she's welcome from the bottom of my heart. Peace out, my friends. Stay in the Everglades. Remember, when you feel like you're going to pass out, that's just the time to start.